What's up, guys, the Red Cloak here. Today is chapter 312 of Black Clover, and this is my review. But before we begin this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the bell notification so you're notified whenever I upload. I upload stuff like Black Clover, My Academia, other types of anime and manga. So if you enjoy that and want to push my video to a ton of amazing people, then go ahead and do that. But without further delay, let's get into chapter 312, At the Gates of Hell. The chapter then starts off with the Black Bulls storming in, and now they're basically saying that they've made a whole mess of things, but Ghost just says it doesn't really matter, they're in the enemy's base. But Gordon then corrects him, saying this is actually the royal house of the Spade Kingdom Royals. But Vanessa tells him to, calm down because they're here to save Yami. And again, I've been seeing people say that, what about William? Well, William isn't really their captain and it's not really important to them, so I wouldn't really be surprised for them not saying William. But hey, William got people like Longris, Yuno, and Patri the Elves, and Mimosa that are going to come save him pretty soon. So we should calm down and stop saying that everyone forgot about William. Lois then says more insane folks have come here, and that because of them that he's alive. And Dorothy then says that their timing was perfect, and it's nice to see them again. But Morse is kind of laughing, saying that Dante told him everything he needs to know about the Black Bulls. Morse then says that Dante told him that there are 2 arcane stage mages, but it looks like all of them have such interesting magic. And now Morse then says he cannot wait to dissect them and get to work. Morse then starts modifying stuff, and Vanessa says we don't even know who you are, but you seem to have a similar power to the Dark Tribe, but you're not one of them. Who are you? And Ghost then says he doesn't give a damn who he is. He's in the way of saving Captain Yami. And before he can say get out the way, it looks like Morse is now destroying the cheat code, which is Rouge, and basically her power is ineffective against Morse. So I'm glad Tabata did that because, again, Vanessa's fate magic is kind of broken, and we need people like Dante and Morse that can, counter that. Morse then says his magic can interfere with concepts, but the second biggest reveal in this chapter was, again, Gray's magic attribute and Gray's magic getting revealed. And Owen then says that transformation magic can only change things to how it looks, but right now, if he were to give Gray's magic a name, it would be transmutation magic. So it's a big step for Gray, and it confirms that transformation magic is not her magic. And Morse is actually shocked by this, but he keeps a cool head and says, that's amazing, but can you really stop this many? And now Gray's getting nervous again. She hasn't got over that. And she says that she can't transform while using this magic. And, Grosh just tells her, just shut up and look at me so he can use Mirror Brigade. Morse then continued on saying, interesting magic, but let me show you the ultimate magic of the demon I was chosen by. And it's confirmed that, yes, he has Lucifero. And I know it seems weird. I know that maybe he should have had another devil, but to me, I think it's fine. He starts using President of the Demon King to push everything down, which is completely amazing. And he then says that she cannot, transmutate gravity magic, so it's pretty useless at this point. Henry recalls the Dante fight, saying that he couldn't protect them that time, but this time, and Gordon finally shows up saying, I'm here for you. And it just goes to show that, Gordon fans, you eaten now. We've been waiting for a long time for Gordon to do something, and now he is back and has returned. We get a flashback with Gordon coming back to the Black Bulls base, and Ghost saying, Gordon, you're back. And Gordon then says, now that my training is done, let's go save Captain Yami. And Vanessa then says, as always, we can't really make out what the hell you're saying. And looks like Gordon didn't get that fixed. And Gordon tells him it took him 6 months to turn poison into medicine, and now with his magic, he can turn curses into power. So I'm glad that he did not fight Magicula, because if he decided to come in to fight Magicula would be even more screwed than she already was. But right now, Henry looks like a older, much mature version of Rill. Henry already puts his new power to action by draining some of Morse's power, and Morse is confused, like, the power to, drain people's energy and power, that's completely insane. And with the combined might of the Black Bulls base, they're able to actually damage Morse. Morse just says, that's odd. I'm supposed to be the one with the strongest power. And it seems like every Lucifero host has a superiority complex, but I don't have a problem with that, because I know people were complaining saying, wow, Morse is really about to get beat in one chapter. Let's calm down. Morse doesn't even seem like he's at 100%. And if I was to lowball and just look at it, I think he's only at like 60% or 50%. Seems like all the Black Bulls are assembling, which makes this even bad for Morris in general, because right now, Morris needs to amp it up a notch, if we're being honest. He's not going to beat all the Black Bulls with just his, 50% or 6%. If he's at full power, then that's pretty bad for him. He's not going to win with just his modification magic, because Asa's there to, negate it. And we already know some of the Black Bulls haven't seen each other for like 6 months or like half a year, and they're talking like, hey, it's been a while, and that it's great to see you guys again. But right now, they're here to save Captain Yami. That's the end goal, and that's the main goal. And Morse then says that the countless experiments that he did to modify his power made him the greatest aptitude to as a devil host, and he's on a different plane of existence. And again, this whole aptitude of being a devil host, we already know that Xenos has the most aptitude of being the devil host out of the Dark Triad siblings, but if we're being honest, Morse might be the best out of all of them if this fight goes well. It just goes to show how talented Zenon was and how, not talented Veronica and probably even Dante wasn't. And if Morse is what he's saying is true, it shows that he actually has done experiments to his body, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see extreme modifications to his body that could change the tide of the battle. Morse then gets hit again, and Asta then says, whether you're Morse of the Diamond Kingdom or a devil host, or the final devil host that is, and says that it doesn't mean a thing to us. We just have one thing to say to you. Give us back Captain Yami with all the bulls assembling. And I know people are going to say, how are the Black Bulls doing better than Dorothy was in the fight against Morse? Well, Morse was most likely interfering with concepts, and he can interfere with that, and Dorothy's Glamour Ward magic is technically a concept, so he was able to interfere with it, and probably was able to break it, if we're being honest. Now, the other thing I want to talk about, I know people are worried about Morris as a villain, but let's calm down. This is just food. This is just the appetizer. Morris, I feel like, is not showing the full capabilities of his magic and his devil power. And not only that, even if Morris gets defeated, from my recollection, I think that even if Morris gets defeated, the gates will still open. And even if the Black Bulls somehow beat Morris, which I doubt that they're going to win, because I think Morris is going to turn the tide next chapter. Also, next chapter, Morris might actually be saved because the gates are opening soon. And if Lucifero comes out, I wouldn't be surprised if he starts smacking the Black Bulls left and right and is able to cause some mayhem to help out Morris. But that is the end of my chapter review. I'm going to give this chapter a 9 out of 10. I feel like it wasn't as good as the Yuno versus Zenon chapters, but it was still good overall. Anyways, I'm not going to waste your guys' time any further, and tell me what you guys liked about the chapter down below, and what do you think that Morris is going to do next chapter, or if the gates will open next chapter. Anyways, make sure to leave a like, hit the bell notification to stay notified whenever I upload, and I'm going to head up out of you guys. Peace out. I am out, guys. Peace. And have a great rest of the day. Enjoy yourself.